It is commonly said that small business is the backbone of Australia. Without it, we'd miss out on so many great experiences, products, and services. However, in the digital age, small businesses face one distinct disadvantage when compared with larger businesses: marketing and branding. It is just simply not feasible for the average mom and pop shop to have a person dedicated to the marketing, advertising, and branding of the business. These people would love to have dedicated funds to create their own campaigns and marketing resources, but they don't have the skills required nor the resources to apply effective branding principles. They could hire out this work, but campaign management agencies charge between $2,000 and $10,000 a month. So often they simply don't engage with branding and advertising. They rely too heavily on word of mouth to get the word out about their great product or service, which is great, but it means they can never compete on exposure or brand awareness. AltGC is here to solve that issue. AltGC is a startup digital marketing and branding agency, which will aim to provide branding toolkits to small businesses across Southeast Queensland. We believe small brands should have equal opportunity to utilize creative marketing and branding resources as large ones do. As previously mentioned, the offer to the client is branding toolkits. These toolkits were allowed to them to create print, advertising, engage in social media, all without any specialized software or expertise. Our breakdown of our target consumer can be seen here. This figure shows how our product aims to provide a good middle ground between price and quality. And the next figure shows how we aim to provide a good middle ground between level of involvement in the creation of it and price as well against key competitors. Hard work, DIY, and bang for buck make up our brand values, and we think this will reflect really well with our target consumer. Our branding also hopes to reflect these values. Alt is shorthand for alternative, signifying that we're an alternative to traditional marketing and branding agencies. The dot and the mouse click in our logo refer back to modernity and link to the black color scheme, which conveys modernity, sophistication, and style, while our accent of purple helps to convey nobility, humility, and artistic creativity and wisdom. Our slogan, democratizing creative branding for your small business, really hits home for the small business owners and operators that we aim to target. We want to reflect these values in the messaging of our promotional campaigns to launch, and we have a few different goals for these promotional campaigns. Our first goal is to expose AltGC to 50,000 people across Southeast Queensland. Secondly, we want to position AltGC as the best agency for small business owners and operators, and to sell 100 branding templates over the period of a 3-month launch window. The 3 promotional strategies we've picked are a PR campaign, a sales promotion, and personal selling. And we're going to begin with our PR campaign, which in my opinion is our most important promotional tool. The PR campaign we will be running is through We Are Gold Coast, a publicist here on the Gold Coast that publishes things about business and new venues. And we'll be running a story with a paid post right on launch on their Facebook. And you can see an example here as a link to an article and a bit more about us. We will aim to reach 30,000 people with this Facebook page post, and that should be fairly reasonable considering they have about 170,000 followers on Facebook. And of those, we would like 40 to convert through to a purchase of a branding toolkit. So the idea of the PR campaign is to basically get as much exposure as possible. And PR campaigns often provide a sense of legitimacy to a new business. So We Are Gold Coast would bring legitimacy to us by associating themselves with us. Of course, this comes with the caveat that we give up a lot of control to We Are Gold Coast to write their opinions about us. Our sales promotion will debut just after our PR campaign and will target both the readers of We Are Gold Coast that didn't convert, as well as just people across Southeast Queensland in general as well. We'll be running a promotion of 30% off our core product, being the branding toolkit, and we will have a budget of a Facebook promoted post for about $3,000 in an aim to reach another 30,000 people. Obviously, sales promotions have a higher conversion rate compared to a PR campaign. We'll be able to convert 50 people to a purchase decision. And you can see an example on screen as to how we want to align this campaign with the PR campaign that came just before it. as we want these campaigns to have a lot of continuity through them. We hope our sales campaign will complement that PR campaign well, as even those sales campaigns provide more skepticism to the consumer, PR campaigns will aim to balance that out, providing a layer of legitimacy in the PR campaign initially to offset that skepticism that we're going to get with the sales promotion. And Facebook is the perfect platform to do it on due to the age range and the ability to customize campaigns as well as the low CPM. Personal selling campaign after this will be very important as well. Now that we have some more brand exposure, we want to focus on generating long-term relationships with our clients. So personal selling is a great way to do that, as it deepens and strengthens relationships between the customer and client. And it's highly effective in producing sales, but costly for exposure. So I think this complements the other two elements of the campaign as well. Thanks.